I have an idea for you, Paige.
What?
I think you should hang a very elegant chandelier from the ceiling. Right where this pole is.
Well, actually, I was thinking that maybe indirect lighting might be nice.
Right. Indirect lighting. No chandeliers. No pretty crystal chandeliers.
You are being very supportive, Elliot.
I am?
Yes.
Thank you. What about the racks?
What racks?
For the clothes, all those designer things.
Oh, I'm going to have models to show the clothes.
Show the clothes?
Mm-hmm. Sort of like a fashion show.
Well, I'm 2 for 2. I've never seen a fashion show.
Well, once I open this business, you won't have to say that again, will you? Well, I guess we've done just about all we can now. What do you think, Elliot? Really, honestly?
Well, I think the location is excellent. I mean, you're very lucky to find something in the Galleria, but as far as the space goes, you know more about that than I do.
It's a big decision.
Well, when do you have to sign the lease?
Right away if I want the place.
Or maybe you shouldn't make up your mind tonight.
No, I have to decide soon, Elliot. You know, the places we looked at the other day are already taken.
Paige.
What?
I have another idea.
What?
You'll like this one.
What?
I think we should talk about it over dinner.
Right. Forget my degree. Is, that what Dennis brought by to ask you tonight? If you wanted to have dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell him that we were going to have dinner together?
Yes.
Was he upset?
Nope. I think he's handling all that very well now.
I must admit I was very uncomfortable with him in the office today, Elliot.
Well, there aren't many newly divorced couples who wouldn't be.
He told you that our divorce was final today.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I'm very sorry about the pain that I've caused Dennis. And you. But I have to go on with my life, right?
Mm-hmm. And I'd say that you were off to a pretty good start.
With your help. Now, there is a wonderful restaurant on the next level of the Galleria. I heard 2 ladies raving about a vanilla souffle the other day coming out of it. Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Vanilla souffle.
Oh, Dennis.
Hello, Margaret.
Haven't seen you around for a while.
Well, I was off on a little vacation.
Oh, yeah, so I hear on your mother's yacht. That must have been quite a vacation.
Yes, it was.
Well, are you just visiting or are you back for good?
Well, I thought I'd come in tomorrow and work for a few hours. That is, if they haven't cleaned out my desk yet.
Oh, no. Everything's still intact.
Good.
If you're looking for Elliot, I think he left about a half hour ago.
No, actually, I came by to see you. You used to cover the DA's office, didn't you?
Yeah, for quite a while. I used to camp out in his auto office for months waiting for a story to break. In fact, I think the DA is the one responsible for my promotion here at KVIK. Anything to get me off his back.
Well, actually, I'm looking for a little promotion myself.
Oh, really?
Yes. The only thing is I have to find out a little information on the district attorney's office. And I said to myself, Margaret is the person I have to see.
Well, I'm surprised, but very pleased to see you. Can I get you gentlemen a drink?
No, thank you, no.
Well, sit down, please. Yeah, I saw the 6 o'clock news, Ryan. I was very distressed about you losing your job. I thought you made a fine president the world over.
Well, I appreciate your concern.
Well, I always thought very highly of your uncle. I have some very strong doubts as to your guilt about the misappropriation of the company's funds.
Is that why you called me this afternoon?
No, I went around to see if I could be of any help to you. Did your fiancée say I'd been around to the office?
That's right, she did. But I really appreciated the phone call.
Excuse me?
Your call warning me that Parnell had changed his meeting place with Joe Foster.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the only person who could have known about the meeting. So you called me because you wanted Pete Parnell caught. You see, he'd become a liability to you, and you wanted him out of the way, right?
Well, that's absurd. I didn't know about Parnell setting up a meeting with Joe Foster and Elena Decker.
Who said anything about Elena Decker?
It's on the 6 o'clock news.
No, it wasn't.
I'll get it.
Are you Ryan Connor? No, he's in there. Come in.
Who are these men?
Police officers.
We have a search warrant to check the premises.
For what?
Johnson's work file that Pete Parnell stole from World Oil.
In other words, you've been hiding Joe Foster in your apartment all this time? Is that right?
Not the whole time. I brought him to the hayloft first.
On our ranch?
He saved my life, Ricky. He was wounded and he had no place else to go.
Elena, the man is a wanted criminal. How could you do something like that?
He didn't kill Bertie Stokes. And Chris Shaw's death was an accident.
Yeah, that's what he told you.
It's true.
Yeah, well, he shot me too, you know. How does he explain that?
Come on, Ricky, you were chasing him. If you'd had a gun, you would have shot him too. Ricky, please don't be upset with me.
Well, I'm trying to take all this in.
I know it's not easy.
No, it's not.
Guess I shouldn't have expected you to understand.
Yeah, I understand, all right. What I understand is that this guy sold you a bill of goods and you bought it lock, stock, and barrel.
I love him, Ricky.
Yeah. That's the most incredible thing of all.
He saved my life. Doesn't that count as anything? Peter Parnell was going to shoot me and he threw himself in front of me. If anything happens to Joe, if he dies, it's because of me, Ricky.
Elena, you can see Joe now, but only for a minute.
Exactly what kind of information do you need in the DA's office?
Well, what I want to do is put together a little mini-series on how the office operates.
You need a handle on a series like that, something to hook the audience.
Well, the district attorney's office is always in the news. I mean, they're always prosecuting mob figures or handling information for trials, that sort of thing. But the people, you see, the people really don't know how the office functions.
You're probably right.
The only problem is I don't know how the office functions myself.
You know who you should see?
Who?
Ernest J. DeLuca.
Ernest J. DeLuca. Who is Ernest J. DeLuca?
Ernie's been the janitor in the DA's building for 20 years. He knows more about what's going on in the DA's office, from emptying the trash cans, than the DA does himself.
You mean he's your source, so to speak?
He's helped me out an awful lot. He knows everything that goes on in that building. Of course, if you tell anyone you heard it from me, I'll swear you're lying. He's the person you should see.